Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Clutterfly Effect podcast with Julie.
And Greg.
And Norm.
And we're the Peters Clan. And today we're going to be talking about some goofy stuff, but also when garage sales go bad. What do you do? And I truly believe, like last week we talked about planning for a good garage sale. We had some good tips, but I think it's okay to plan for the inevitable things that go wrong. So maybe you can like step around it. Mom used to say all the time that her dad's biggest philosophy was prepare for the worst that could happen. Then that's just, then anything above that, you're happy with. Like, well, the worst didn't happen. And so, so I'm not saying we want a law of attraction it like this or like that, but I want to say, hey, there are some things that could go wrong. Yeah. And if we plan for them or like, hey, I don't want this to happen, we're stepping around it. Don't you think, Greg?
Yes. I'm just thinking of worst case scenarios. For me, would be some stranger asking for your child's phone number. Your phone number. Or
any stranger asking for a phone number.
Or talking too much.
In this day and age, we do not use garage sales as like our pickup clubs. You know? Or,
please.
Yeah. Or like you go like, oh.
And if your daughter happens to be 50, still no good. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, what about the guy who says, can I take a picture of this because I want to show my wife? And he steps back and takes a picture of your entire garage.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, Dad, I like what you're thinking. You're like, I like they like sticking you out in some sense, right?
Yes, and they're, who knows, they are really casing the joint.
Casing the joint.
I think that's actually might be a selling thing, a marketing thing, where you actually take a landscaped photo on landscape, and you put that on
social media.
Media.
Here's my garage sale. Oh, I see. So like you can actually say, hey everyone, please post your stuff on social media. Get more people coming to our garage sale and so forth. Yeah.
But then maybe nobody would go, oh, they got crap. You know what? Great. I don't have to go there.
Well, you know what? It's so fun because Mom always said, I hate having garage sales because she always felt everybody was judging her shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need some stranger judging my crap, and it's like she always liked to do goodwill.
I judged our own crap. I was the one who kept judging it. Like, God, you're selling this? Jeez.
I'm the only one that can judge our crap. No one else can judge my crap. Yeah. So, exactly. But judging my crap.
No one can judge my crap more harshly than me.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I was laughing because literally before the podcast, I judged my own crap.
You judge.
Actual crap.
I go, I guess I took a little too much MSM in my water this morning.
Is that long chain carbohydrates?
No, MSM is some kind of
Joe Rogan.
No,
approved.
Yes, no, it's not. It's a sulfur that's like helps with joints.
Oh,
and so, and I'm not talking about the little wacky weedy joint. And so, but I bought I bought a pound of. And I just put in my water. The only consequence is that sometimes it can go right through you.
Yeah.
And this time it did. Sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
So I judged it harshly. How dare you do this to me?
Yeah. Luckily, you work for the water treatment plant.
Yeah.
That like. Okay, I'm good. I'm getting paid for this.
Yeah, I'm getting paid for this. I kind of gave you guys something to work for, or I mean, like I'm at the utility board's meeting, monthly meeting, our board meeting, and like our operator were going, my God, this month was a hard month at our water treatment plant, and I'm like.
The week after Thanksgiving.
The week after Thanksgiving.
The week after Halloween, the week after Thanksgiving, the week 4th of July weekend, you're like, oh my God.
Well, it's funny because Dad's always like, we should send out a flyer saying, hey, mercy flushes. To get more water in the system.
I was like, show mercy on your water treatment plant. Please go off-site. Go. At least once a week.
If your dog can go out in the yard, so can you.
Go.
Oh, just please
once a week, go to McDonald's.
Yeah, on your way home from your relative's house.
Yes.
If you can't go there, just have a little stop beforehand and do your business offsite.
Once a week, go in town.
I want to defend my Mercy Flush idea. We had a problem with too much ammonia coming in our sewage, so they're going to have to spend like $1 million to get our sewage system fixed.
Yeah.
But my thought is, okay, everyone who's letting it mellow, flush it more, get more water in it. We're asking too much from too small an amount of water.
Right.
So we have no problem with water. We got a shitload in our area.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not California.
Yeah. And well, now California's got a lot too going on. So
now.
Dad, that's a really interesting point you just made, because I never thought of it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's...
I know it's true.
You believe in your heart the reason why is that we got all these wacky environmentalists / I was going to say gypsies, but they're hippies like you. And hipsies. And gypsies have hippies.
Yeah.
And you always said,
I would love to see
a
battle between hippies and gypsies, and we'll see. I think my money's on gypsies.
100% on
gypsies.
I'm putting money on gypsies every damn day.
Every damn day.
Okay. But the whole thing about if it's yellow, be mellow.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
It should always be yellow or brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
And
then add extra flush.
Flush one once in a while.
Yeah, just flush it once in a while.
Okay. Exactly. Get the system going.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're just saying this from an outsider perspective.
Yeah.
We are not the Oppenheimers of sewer systems. We have no idea how this works.
Or the Oppenheimer.
We're the Oppenheinies.
Oppenheinies. Very
Dad.
Oh, you know what?
Dad.
We just need to end it right here.
Yeah.
Dad.
We set him up. He knocked him down. Good job, Dad.
Knock him down.
Thanks, guys, for setting.
I was going full Irish.
Yeah.
Stuff, but no,
but I don't know why you were going full Irish.
Oppenheimer.
Because he wasn't Irish.
Oh, he was. Oh, he wasn't. I don't know. Well, I'll say.
Did you see the movie?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No,
we started watching it.
I told Dad we can watch it, but we just can't watch it all at one time because it's 3 hours long. Yeah. And we watched an hour of it.
We're treating it like a miniseries.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, I already saw it in the theater.
I love Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, he did a good job. I thought it was impressive the way Christopher Nolan directed it.
Okay.
I don't know if he won the Academy. I believe Oppenheimer won for Best Picture. I don't know if he won for Best Director or not, but I don't know. I didn't care enough to watch it.
Yeah, so. I used to be totally into all this stuff. Now I go like,
I think ever since the slap heard around the world, I don't care.
The slap hit
heard around the world. I think the biggest reason why I don't care about it anymore, half the time I don't know any of the movies. When previously I used to know the movies, love the movies, watch the movies. Now I'm like, I've never heard of this movie. So I don't know what happened. Too much streaming going on.
I mean, who goes to...
Hence going back to...
I know.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of choices now. Before, when you had just... a few stations.
In my day,
that's right.
In my day, we only had 100 channels.
We only had 100 channels.
5 movie channels, and you never got to choose. It was never on demand.
You had to take what they gave you that day.
You were happy.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay, getting back to when good garage sales go bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I think one problem of a garage sale is that you are inevitably setting yourself up for a flood of strangers. And 1% to 10% are going to be asking a few more questions. And it was funny because you told me a story about Mom one time.
Yeah.
And you said we can't use the word.
Okay.
And I go, but when we were young, I remember this. We had one garage sale when we were younger.
Yeah.
And Mom goes, I think I was like 10, you were 9 or 8. I don't know. But you're like, did you see that person over there? That was definitely not a person that you guys shouldn't be talking to.
Yeah.
And then we didn't want to see the P word. And so Greg goes, I go, well, come up with a name then. And you say, I go, Tony talks too much or Tony touches too much.
Oh, Jesus. Tony talks a lot.
Tony talks a lot.
Toucher.
Tony Toucher. Tony touches a lot. But just back in the day, we knew who they were.
I had no idea. Mom had to tell me.
When we were at the movie theater that one time.
Well, then I got even then I was clueless.
Were you?
Yeah, I was just taking candy from strangers and loving it. I was like, it's great. He just handed out chocolates. That's awesome.
And that's because you had an older sister that was like, you can take the candy.
I was like, dude, I like snow caps.
Yeah.
These Raisinets are okay, but next time, buddy. I'll take snow
Next time you
caps.
try, buddy, you gotta give me Snicker bars.
Yeah.
And in the full ass bars, we're going for it now.
Yeah.
So, but so I think also a neighbor could come by that you haven't seen in a while, and they just want to hang out all day, and you're like, I'm trying to sell here.
Yeah.
And also our family has always been introverted in the sense that we haven't you've grown out of it. You're all into your school. You're all into your neighbors. Everybody's aren't you?
I'm not into my neighbors too much. I mean, I like my neighbors,
right?
But we have a perfect balance of we can talk, but we don't like
we're waving at our mailboxes.
Yes,
but you're not coming over and having wine every day.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that is the thing. I was working at the utility board last week, and usually we're from home, but our office manager was out, so I was there at the office. And a woman comes in, very, very nice woman, lovely woman, but we ended up talking for 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I know. And I'm like, she's a Joe Rogan fan.
Yeah.
And she was a lovely woman.
Yeah.
And she asked for my phone number. I gave it to her. And we may hang out.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but the truth is at that moment, I'm like, I really have something to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is there an appropriate time to stay at a garage sale? Hey, someone's I've seen you in a while. I'll just say, we should catch up. Here's my text.
Yeah.
Move on.
Right.
Casing people, I don't know.
Casing the joint?
Yeah, like Johnny Five Fingers.
Fine, yeah.
Remember that guy?
Or Freddie Five Fingers.
Or Freddie Five Fingers. That
Sammy
guy.
Sticky Fingers.
Sammy,
I got tons of these.
Yeah.
Is that alliteration?
Yes, and I don't want to say that we need to be more. I
don't want to shame sticky fingered people, but
I was going to say it can be Sammy, or it can also be Sarah, or Stanley. Not just anything is appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm not just being biased towards men, because even though I think most crimes committed by men. Let's just be honest.
Most crimes we convict more men.
That's true.
Are you saying we just don't catch the women?
I'm thinking
because they're too smart.
They're too smart.
Oh my God!
I'll take that.
Well, I would say this: if a couple commits the crime, I think the dude will go to jail more often than the woman.
Well, that's because he's a ringleader. She's just going along because
sure.
He's
sure.
We haven't heard all those crime podcasts. I get you. Okay, so that's the one. I think beyond that, the biggest problem for garage sales is that you don't have a plan on what you're going to do with the stuff that doesn't sell.
Afterwards.
Oh
my
you're
God.
Going to have, and I think before you begin your garage sale, plan, because it's garage sale season. It's coming up. Spring's right around the corner. You got to have a plan on what you're going to do with it. And it might be put the damn stuff right back in the tub, take it to Goodwill right away.
In the tub?
Well, have
is that where we got to keep all?
Not
I've heard that showers are new closets.
Yeah, well, that's true. That is true. If you
I
know
what's in your. I know what's in your tub.
Can we make shelves for that?
You know what's on my tub?
What's on your tub?
I literally had to build a place for the cats.
Of course.
Because there's no place to put 2 cat and litter boxes and stuff.
Wait, they're in the tub?
Yeah, I built a little stage for them to.
Nice.
When do I take a bath?
See, that's the problem. What happened was we got fancy, and some guy goes, "Let's separate the shower, from the tub."
Oh yeah.
So now the truth is, no one's taking bath tubs.
Too busy.
They're too busy.
Yeah.
It's a whole process. I'm like,
Before we had kids, I would take a bath.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Then they gave kids baths.
Yeah,
sure.
And then they don't.
In there by yourself, lighting a few candles,
a
glass of wine.
In the what do you call it when it's in the sweet days, in the salad days when you just recently married or even not married and you're taking a bath and your wife brings you, or your girlfriend at the time, your fiance brings you a little mojito and oh, here you go, Greg. I know you worked hard all day. Here's a mojito for you. Like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got married.
I'm glad I'm getting married. This is gonna be great. I could take a lifetime of this.
Yeah. And then 9 months later, baby gets a shot in the bathtub now.
Hey, where's my mojito? Hey, we ain't got time for that.
No mojitos.
You think you're going to get a buzz on while taking care of the kids? Hell no.
Things change.
Things change.
But see, that's the thing. The mojito brought you to that next level.
Yes.
Right, you wouldn't go there. Otherwise, you'd be too scared. You need to have your brains confused.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I just got a text from Doug.
Oh, no.
And I'm not going to...
And he's retexting.
Yeah, but I'll have to...
it better be about garage sales.
It's not... Kinda.
Well,
because we're selling some stuff from his store, and he's like, "Can I sell it to garage sale?" And I said, "No."
Oh yeah,
you're gonna get literally less than pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
At a garage sale.
Yeah,
sell them online, and that's one of the other things that we got to talk about.
Yeah,
there are some of your big ticket items you will get a ton more money online than you will at a garage sale. Mom used to buy you all the nice brand name clothes.
Oh yeah.
Ralph Lauren, Polo, leather jackets.
Harley Davidson.
Online, slightly used, slightly vintage, and she paid good bucks for those things.
Yeah.
You're going to sell them at a garage sale.
Oh.
The garage person's going, I'm going to give you $5 for all of it.
Yeah.
The leather jacket, the polos, the 3 polos, and all that stuff. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they're going to take it.
And then they're going to put it online.
They're going to put it online and make money. And that's the other thing. There are people out there that go to garage sales to make money online.
Yeah.
That's not me. That feels like hell to me. But there are people out there that do that.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I admire that. I know the guy you're talking about. He'll put out little videos and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, if I had $500, I want to make $1 million. I would be flipping garage sales.
Yeah.
I would be going to Goodwill and flipping Goodwill stuff.
And you know what? I appreciate that. And yet, on the other hand, I'm going, I don't want to be looking at garage sales. I don't like it enough.
I mean, I want to get rid of clutter, yet I see the people who do this. They have a garage full of stuff I love their organization stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got baggies, they got tubs, it's all organized, they got alphabetical stuff.
And also they've got to be hitting eBay, all these sites 24/7 to make sure they got stuff coming in all the time.
Yeah, you would almost need a third car garage to have because the baseline, I need the wife's car in the garage.
Yes.
Wife's car got to be in the garage.
Wife's car got to get in the garage.
You got a 2-car garage.
From, let's say, November through April, through March.
Yeah.
April 1st, car can come out.
Yeah.
Okay? But I need, but the thing is, if you got a ton of stuff you got to sort through. You have a store then.
Yeah, you have a store.
Yes. You have a store.
Well, we have an extra bedroom upstairs.
Yeah.
That's our eBay bedroom. Yeah. And it's I think it's a 7 on organization.
Okay.
Because we have a bed in it though.
Yeah.
So it's a king size bed. And that takes up a lot of space. But you helped us organize it. We've got shelves and we've got things set up and we've got a ton of boxes and all that stuff and tape. And it looks good.
Yeah.
But it's a 7.
Yeah.
But we're not fully into it either. And maybe we should be. I don't know.
I tell you what, I kind of want to do it.
Do you want to try it?
I do want to try it.
Okay.
How do I do this? Because we'll talk later.
Yeah.
But I think
time is the problem because I can tell you right now, Julie always has stuff to do that she's got to do first.
Yeah.
Right.
And that eBay store is like the very last thing.
Right. Well, and also too, I was starting to get a little upset because I was putting things online for things that cost me $55.
Okay.
But they were art, and I sold them brand new stuff.
Yeah.
I would sell them for $22.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'd ask me to just go $18, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But so everything I'm selling upstairs, I'm losing money on.
Right.
However, I'm making money because I could have just given it to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And then I would just get it as a tax write-off and so forth. But so, Dad, we tried to do this commitment. We said we're going to go upstairs every night and do 20, 30 minutes of putting it online.
Yeah.
We can do that again.
Okay.
That'd be fine. We should do that.
I'm sorry. I opened my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get in. I can get involved in this and somehow do it. Help you.
100%.
Okay, because I'm fascinated by these kind of things and I want to do it.
All you gotta do is when you come over and visit, because you come over once a week, bring stuff. We're gonna put it up.
Okay, all right.
Let's do it.
Because in my mind, I feel like you gotta give a white backdrop, put the thing.
No, I'll tell you why.
What do you do?
Yes.
You know how to do
eBay says you can remove background. So every picture I have, I remove the background.
That's amazing.
And sometimes I don't because I think it looks too weird to remove the background.
Sure.
I'm like, the one thing about eBay that I loved in the beginning was it was just normal people committing to each other. Like, hey, and so forth. Yeah. And it was interesting because Doug was selling one of his tanning beds. Mm-hmm. And
who is this?
Yes.
Strange creature with tanning beds.
He's got a tanning bed. Yada, yada, yada. And so anyway, he was with this woman from Michigan who wanted to buy this standing tanning bed. And he gets so frustrated with the transaction. It doesn't go perfect the first time. Yeah. He's like, I'm like, dude, just don't handle it from now on.
Right.
But Dad heard the conversation. He's like, what's going on with him? I go, this stuff frustrates him. It doesn't go right the first time. And he asked me if I had Venmo. And I said yes when I have Zelle. Oh. And so she was Venmoing money to me before I had, and I'm like, So then I got a Venmo account. And then I go, just give me her text. And I text her back and I said, listen. Yeah. I said, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, oh, I got, that's cool. I just don't know if it's hard to trust people. And I said, FYI, I have an eBay store that I have sold. I have reviews, over 500 reviews, and I have a 100% rating. Wow. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, mic drop, bitch. I mean, it's not like it's got thousands of reviews like some of those stores do. Yeah. But it's not a little bit. It's, it's enough. Yeah. I got a little history there.
Yeah, it does. Amazing.
Yeah. Sold semis.
That's right.
Yeah, we've sold cars.
You guys are amazing.
Oh, we do. We just move things forward.
Julie has sold the trucks.
I am dragging Dad along. And then, except
usually how it works.
Yeah, he loves it. He's just in charge of the investing part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made $400 on Walmart yesterday.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and then the next day, I lost $300 on Walmart yesterday.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like, I like to look in the truck auction papers. I've been looking at it for like 10 years probably. Oh. And I have sold and bought, and not with much happiness, but I finally found one that was a real good bargain.
Yes.
I bought it for $30 and sold it for $50.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it took me 10 years to do it. I'm not sure it was a good investment.
I understand what you're saying, but I'll tell you one thing.
It made $20,000. It's a good investment.
Yes. It was an auction. Yeah. It took us 6 months to get that title.
And it took us 6 months to get the title.
So we gave them $30,000. We had to wait 6 months, finally got it, and sold it to a guy for a taco stand up in California.
Nice.
I know. That was lovely, right?
That was lovely.
How did you get it to California?
A trucker came by and picked it up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It looked scary, too, because it was a car carrier.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cars they carried, 10 cars or something. Yeah. He had a space on the very back end.
Yeah.
And he put that thing on the very back end.
Yeah.
And it's hanging off this truck.
Oh, my God.
I was like, what was this about? This is crazy.
I'm thinking that isn't even legal, I don't think.
I'm like, let it be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? We will do crazy stuff for money.
We will.
Everybody will do whatever it is. It's like.
I know.
It's
kind of fun, though.
It is kind of fun, or sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's just so much. I mean, I like the idea, though. So if I needed $1 million, I would, and I had only 500, I would start selling stuff at garage sales or flipping online.
Yeah.
You know what? I agree. I appreciate people like that.
Yeah.
To get yourself started.
It gives me hope.
It gives you hope to just do something different.
Yeah.
You just got to be on top of it.
Yeah.
But, this is who I am. Embrace who you are.
Yes.
Continue. Pushing, and so forth.
And if you're bored, go do Uber.
But I am good. Yeah,
bring in a few extra bucks.
I am going to say this though: have a plan on what you're going to do with your stuff afterwards. Knick-knack stuff, give it a Goodwill. Things that you think you can sell online, try selling it online, but have a plan and commit to saying that your garage sale is not done till you've put everything back away. Yeah. Otherwise, you've just literally turned your garage into a garage sale, and it's like that for like what, a year, 6 months? What is it?
Forever.
Commit that your garage sale is not done until you put it all back away, had a plan, moved forward. Otherwise, you're going to hate yourself in the morning.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
You're going to go out and you're going to go, oh, that's right, my car's not in the garage. It's on the street.
And it's snowing.
And it's now snowing because I didn't put it back and so forth. Okay, so let's go real quick over a few more reasons.
Okay. Of how garage sales go bad?
Or how to like set yourself up, you know? Okay, we want to have a plan afterwards. Sometimes you're in a bad location. And you just got to say to yourself,
your house. This location sucks. If I had this garage sale at his garage, I'd be.
Well, like, listen, there are people like, I want to have a garage sale. I'm like, you're the only house on the street. You know, you're going to have a sign.
I would see great location for every other part of the year. Except that one day we have a garage sale when we're the only house.
Yes.
You know,
also,
in the middle of nowhere.
I'll tell you what, if you're in a busy ass street, bad location for a garage sale. You don't want to have people like getting killed, getting to your house and so forth. We don't want any of that stuff.
Sure we do. We don't care.
Think there might be other ways. Sometimes there are church garage sales.
There it is.
Bingo.
And then the church wants the money, right?
Who cares?
Give them
the money.
Give
the church.
10%. They want just 10%.
It's not the Church of Satan we're giving it to. Although anybody, just to be clear, I'm not shaming Church of Satan. I'm sure they're marvelous people.
And so I just want to say,
I've heard good things.
Exactly.
From Satan.
From Satan.
Yeah.
All lies.
Yeah. No, Satan doesn't want a tithe. He doesn't want 10%. He wants 15.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we talk about bad location. Know that big ticket items and vintage clothes, they sell better online. So don't waste your time on that stuff. And also you may not have enough time. You may think it's a great idea to have a garage sale. No, it's going to take all of Friday night, all of Saturday, and that's just putting it out there.
Yeah,
that's not the prep time before. It could take literally 15, 20 hours before, 3 or 4 hours afterwards, and then all the time in the middle to get this ready. And at the end, you may make $300-400.
Yeah,
if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So just weigh the good with the bad. I'm all for garage sailing, seeing if you like it. Do it. But
I just got a name for a boat, which is called the garage sale. I love
it. Garage sailing.
Garage sailing, yeah.
This boat stops at all garage sales.
Yeah.
I know. That's so funny. So anything going on this week at all for you?
Yes, it's all sports. And sports tryouts, and tears. I'm sure there'll be tears involved, and drama.
Why not? Yeah, of course.
Because it was so funny this week. Lillian went to go try out for basketball, and then at a feeder team for the high school. And then the moment people walked in, she's like, "Wait a minute, why am I not trying out for this?" And it was breaking her heart, and she started crying. And I'm like, "Oh, we gotta get out of here," so we went and got a coffee because she's like, "I want to do this," and I told Mom I didn't want to do this because I don't want her to, waste money on me or hurt her feelings. And I'm trying to do what everybody wants, and she has to, and because Mom bought her into volleyball.
Yeah.
Because Lillian's doing volleyball. And then I'm just like, I was under the assumption that she was just going to try out for basketball also but she's got gymnastics and volleyball, and then also with this basketball for the school. And so Lillian's got now her volleyball extended season and plus basketball theater team. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I asked the coach, and I'm like, look, she's already doing 2 sports. I don't know what, and she's like, if she's ever around and we have practice, just come by.
Aww.
So I was like really thankful for that.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. And it's also too because she's like the tallest one out of
Okay.
for being 10.
Yeah,
she's
pretty
like
tall.
she's pretty tall.
Yeah.
She was not the tallest at that one game I showed
No,
you the video
yes,
of.
yeah.
I don't know how old that one girl is.
There's always a outlier.
Yeah.
I was always the tallest girl until I wasn't. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, man, I wasn't the tallest girl. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, man,
Yeah.
And you have some 6-footer. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, right? There's always someone taller.
There's always someone taller. Yeah. Exactly. Well, we only got about a few more minutes to the podcast. And I was thinking about this this week.
But
go ahead.
Pippa did get three medals in
good.
her gymnastics meet.
Very sweet.
Cool.
Yes.
Very sweet. Good for her. I love it.
10th over all around.
Well,
which is out of 100. I mean,
that's great. You kidding me?
I'm like,
I think it's great.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a participation medal. It was actually
no, it was an actual medal. I mean, like sometimes I'm like, 10th? How far are we going down in this? But
you're like, I'll take it.
I'll take
I have
it.
100. That's top 10%.
Yeah, but I think that's standard. Like when swimming, it would be like down to 10. And
she's ranked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you were saying something last week, and I don't know if we talked about the podcast or not. You were talking about feeling overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah.
And you were following this one guy, and he said, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because you're not adding enough stuff that you want into your schedule.
Yeah.
And so here, I'm now hearing you talk about your girl's schedule.
Yes.
And I'm getting overwhelmed thinking about it. And I'm like, what are you plugging into your life, adding into yours, so that you don't feel overwhelmed? Because you want to do some stuff for you. You got to do the girl stuff. That's part of the gig.
I'm gonna add in garage sale, Goodwill flipping.
Oh, I love it. Good, Phil. You got it.
That's what I want to do that.
Yeah. I'm all for it. Dad and I are all for it too. That was part
Yeah.
of our business plan this year.
Yeah.
Add in another stream of income. We're doing garage sale.
Yeah.
eBay. I figured we could we can go to garage sales and flip stuff after we've sold all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the writing is on the wall. It would be great to have a bigger house.
Yeah,
just because
of all the stuff.
Yeah.
And yet your stuff at your house is perfectly positioned for what you have.
For garage sales.
Yes, for garage sales. It's a cul-de-sac. People just walk around.
Yes.
Hit all the garage sales. Yeah. Oh, the one last thing I want to say about garage sales.
Yeah.
I think the biggest drag is the weather not cooperating.
Oh.
So I'm going to suggest making sure that you can fit everything in your garage in case it starts to rain.
It's a good idea.
People will still come. You've done all the planning.
Yeah.
Garage sales are not just like, I just think I'll put my sign up today.
Yeah.
We live in a community where you're only allowed to have a garage sale one day a year.
Yes.
And if it's raining that day, we're still having a garage sale.
In my mind, if you leave it out in the rain and it gets ruined, then you can just throw it away.
You're like it's sort of like people who leave a bag of chips open overnight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They didn't want any more chips, but if they leave it open, they get stale and they won't eat them.
They won't
but
eat
if
them.
they seal them up
Yeah.
and close them up, they're like, mother effing, they're still here.
Yeah. You're like, boy, I hate these veggies. Oh, look, they went bad. Oh,
can I say one thing really quick,
Yes.
Greg? I need to rat Daddy out real quick.
You rat Daddy out.
Well,
right.
no. So I made vegetables. I made Chinese food last night.
Okay. Oh boy.
Without. I basically made.
I love Chinese. Actually, go ahead.
I had Chinese frozen vegetables. Okay.
Yeah.
But they were in the freezer and they've been there for a long time.
Okay.
And then I opened up the bag. I said, "Dad, please, aren't these freezer burned enough?"
Yeah.
It was literally a
big block of ice.
It's a big block of ice.
Yeah.
And he goes, "They're still good."
Yeah.
And so
they were good.
They were good. So I am not joking.
How were those veggies? They were good.
They were good.
They were good.
I made sauce with it. And
They were good.
And a chicken and no rice, no carbs. But it was funny because here I am, this block of ice, and I'm just like using my fork to like break it apart.
Yeah.
And I sometimes curse, and he's like, "What's going on?" I go, "It's not breaking apart, Daddy." And he goes, and I'm using this motion that reminds me of like, Donald Trump doing the 2-hand dance movement.
Okay. Okay. She went there. It was an up and down fist motion.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Exactly. But so anyway,
Donald Trump.
But anyway, Dad made me use it. I would have thrown the bag away.
Uh-huh.
And we used it, and they were fine.
And they were fine. I was right.
And they were fine.
And then I had the next morning, I judged
lower
myself.
and lowered our standards.
Yeah. They
were delicious.
She took a big dump.
No.
Yeah. All right. Here's the thing. I love Chinese food, but there's always that one South Park episode with the biggest.
Oh yeah.
And sir, how do you prepare for this? Oh, I had a lot of P.F. Chang, a lot of, And anytime anybody ever mentions Chinese food,
that's you right there.
My brain always goes back to South Park, and when he's talking about eating P.F. Chang.
And so, do you know when I think about South Park the most?
What?
When we were doing our confirmation together, you were getting confirmed.
Oh my
as an
God!
adult.
Yes.
And so we're in this quiet environment. Yes. All these adults, and I was sponsoring you, and the priest or whoever it was going, in Jesus Christ, and all I could hear is that little
Cartman.
No, it
was
not
Cartman.
It was slave. Because
no, I don't know slave.
The teacher has a male slave dude. He just really likes it, and he always goes, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought it was. I got
it. It was Cartman that said it.
Yes,
and
okay. Either way, I knew what you were doing.
Yes, and then
we just cracked up laughing,
and we had to leave. We had to leave the room because I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, I'm gonna. I tried really hard not to laugh, but every sentence started with Jesus Christ.
Oh no! To this day, sometimes I can't. I can't have a prayer with Jesus Christ in there.
No, I said JC or just Jesus.
Yeah,
I can do Jesus.
Yeah,
but Jesus Christ brings me right back to South Park. Thank you, South Park, messing that up for me.
I know, right? They just totally ruined it. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Oh God, I can't remember. A couple of days ago, the kids and I were talking about Jesus and stuff like that. And, I think I came up with a thing where it was Sherlock Holmes and Jesus were fighting crime.
I love it.
Sherlock Holmes would be trying to figure out these clues, and he'd turn to Jesus and he'd be like, "Okay, Jesus, what do you think?" He's like, "Oh, well, I know, but I'm not going to tell you. You can figure it out yourself."
I don't want to take the satisfaction.
I've already forgiven the criminal, so I was like.
It's all in God's plan.
I knew what happened before they even did it.
Yeah, I know. So it's just Sherlock and Jesus fighting crimes, and Sherlock is working his ass off, and Jesus is just
and sometimes Jesus is carrying him.
Yeah, sometimes Jesus is carrying Sherlock. Yeah.
He's overly tired.
Yeah, Sherlock's. I saw our footprints in the sand, and there was only one there. It was the time I was carrying you, Sherlock.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I was carrying it on.
All right. So how was the show, everyone?
It was great.
It was great.
It was great.